Yes.
Is that a new intro? Or have I just been tuning in late every time?
Clear. That's the vibe of this podcast. How dare you? We are back. Hello, everybody. I'd like to introduce our newest cast member. What's his name again?
His name is Wage.
Wage.
He's an ugly doll.
He's a cook.
And yes, he's a cook, and he is sitting in for Yusuf today.
He's filling in for Yusuf, so it's basically the same. Nothing's really changing here.
He's much quieter than Yusuf.
Yeah, we'll let him do the smack talk.
Yeah. So if your car gets roasted today, it's because of Yusuf Wage.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, we're not looking at any new features today, are we?
Nope.
No. So let's kind of explain that before we move into to our segments. So, as you guys are probably familiar, you guys submitted a ton of vehicles. We've reviewed an unknown
over
amount.
like 30, 40 so far.
30 is the lowest
like
ever.
minimum.
We did 30 in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
We've done a lot of cars. There's still some submissions, so if you didn't make it in, don't worry, there's still more to come. But at this point, I want to call the Honda Acura issue and the Toyota Lexus issue full. Is that a fair assessment, Rich?
I would say
Yeah,
Toyota Lexus
Nice.
would probably have a few more we could squeeze in.
Maybe. Because it's later in the year, we have time to get them in.
Mm-hmm.
The Honda one's coming up.
Honda
we
one's
gotta
coming up
button down.
sooner than you know.
You guys answered the call. I said submit the baddest Hondas in the world, and you guys were like, all right, bet. And we
God
got the
damn.
baddest Hondas in the world. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool stuff. Thank you. Well, more on those later. We might even look at some of those today. Instead of going through features later on, what are we doing?
I think we're pretty much organizing. We're doing some housekeeping around here, and we're going to take a look at all the features that we've gotten over the past few months, weeks.
See where they fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to find a place for some of these.
So we did bring up this kind of this display here a week ago, and maybe 2 weeks ago as well. But pretty much we're actually going to be diving in a lot deeper to this, actually organizing it, letting you guys know where your submissions are going to fit, and pretty much just seeing what we have coming up in the future. So things to look forward to. So if you see something like the trucks issue, submit your Broncos, submit whatever cars you guys got.
Yeah, this will be a good chance for us to see where we have more room for you guys. Like I said, the Honda issue and the Toyota issue are so jammed already. Maybe if there's something super duper special, if you've already submitted it and you're still waiting for us to look at it, maybe it's coming up. But if you have a cool Honda and you're a little late, maybe wait for next year or something. It's going to be jammed. And then we're going to see where we've got room. I know the EV and hybrid drivetrain issue has lots of space. I know what else we got? Trucks has lots of space.
Yep.
The drift issue has lots of space. So if you have a cool truck, a cool EV or hybrid drivetrain car, or a cool drift car, and even Euro, I think probably has a little bit of room. This is your call to action.
Yep.
Submit your cool stuff, and we will get a look at it. In the meantime, let's talk about what's happening in the automotive world.
Yep.
What's happened? We've been gone for a week. We also looked back and saw some stuff that we just didn't talk about, or had to skip past because we were running too long on the podcast.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff happened? Do you want me to go first? Is it me?
Yeah, you can start
because it's
off.
the oldest
Sure.
thing. It's,
Yeah,
it's the
go
one we
for it.
missed. Maybe didn't miss, but we didn't bring it up. It's the Rally Driver versus Drift Mountain Challenge by Red Bull Motorsports. If you haven't seen this, it's an absolute riot.
It's a good watch.
It's really cool. It showcases a lot of the skill of a rally driver, and then you also get to see a bunch of cool drivers. There's an Initial D cameo thing,
Nice.
which is really wicked too. Lots of cool faces in this. Max Arito's in it. The Liberty Walk guys are in it. Just lots of cool stuff going on. Basically, it is the double World Rally Championship driver Kalle Rovanperä. I'm sorry, Finnish people don't come for me. I think I got that pretty close. He goes up Japan's iconic Mount Iwaki. I hope I'm saying that right too. Pretty sure I got that one.
That spot is
69
crazy.
turns to the top. You saw a shot of it at the beginning of the video. 69 turns, most of them switchbacks, as you can see. Look at this. That's
That's
out of a
crazy.
video game. And basically, he is drifting / driving / piloting his rally car at the limit all the way up this mountain, and he's doing it in between packs of different cars. So there's exotics being driven by Liberty Walk. There's Max Arito in his pro drift car. There's a whole group of grassroots street mountain drifters on the way up, and just a bunch of cool stuff on the way I would check this out. We're not going to show you the whole video. You can see like some clips from it here. You're getting like the gist of the action, but worth a watch. It's one of those things where like, yeah, Red Bull put money into producing something, and it shows.
Yeah, it's so many. There's so many cameos in it. It kind of feels like an Avengers movie where you see all these people just come together for one video, and it's like, holy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Really
That's
cool
sick.
piece of content. Loved it. I'm sad we didn't talk about it originally. So if you haven't seen it, you're welcome. Go check it out. It's on Red Bull's everything. Red Bull Motorsports on YouTube is like the main.
Yeah, just search Red Bull, you'll get it. And honestly, that's wild. But also following up with that, with more kind of semi like drift news. So Taiwan has actually been like bumping. I feel like Formula Drift and drifting in general has kind of been skyrocketing. Like, remember in 2020 when F1, like everyone started watching F1 again?
Yeah.
I feel like drifting is kind of like on that same kind of rise.
Definitely.
We're waiting for Netflix to do a documentary or like a special
I mean,
on it.
they did that drift series, didn't they? And then it was like,
Did they?
yeah, and it was like kind of like whatever.
I
But
think I missed that.
I think it got mixed reviews. But so pretty much in Taiwan, they have a club called Funcity Drift, and they run like the grassroots performance kind of drifting and stuff like that in Taiwan. And apparently it's gotten so much more popular that Formula Drift has kind of like taken over / partnered up with Funcity Drift. So pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to have a full-on championship for the 2025 year.
No way.
Yeah, dude, they're going to have 40 drivers. And then also going to have like a wild card kind of event sort of thing, very similar to what we'd have in FD North America,
Right.
and I think similar to what they have in FD Japan. I think there are like slight differences between them. Group A, Group B, very similar. But yeah, first year for Taiwan FD, and I think that's going to be sick because not only is it going to bring so many more people into the sport. And I know Taiwan has some sick racetracks.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to get to see new tracks, new drivers, new formats potentially.
Like wicked. Like I think like half of the racetracks that are in Taiwan are owned by like billionaires. And they've made those racetracks just because they wanted it there.
That's sick.
Because I know in Taiwan, I think the laws and regulations are pretty strict on like modified cars and stuff like that. It's already a pain in the ass to kind of mod your car over there. And to see like FD just pop up, it's like, okay, that's wicked.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I'm
Big
always
news
for
for FD.
more motorsports. It's cool to see it catching on, like you said, like it's on this meteoric rise.
Yeah.
And now to see it like in other countries so far away,
Dude.
like doing their own spin on it. Like it's cool. They already had a grassroots thing going on there.
Yeah. And then like, but I mean, like you only see a certain amount of people, but like 40 people for a lineup for FD,
Right.
it's like, that's
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
sick. What country do you guys think FD should go to next? India.
I want to say like a Europe thing, but Drift
Yeah.
Masters has that covered.
Yeah,
Like,
Drift
they have
Masters.
the monopoly on Europe.
Yeah.
It depends where the tracks are, really. I think you need a certain level of motorsports capable track to host an FD event. But like for smaller stuff, throw some to the Caribbean islands, man.
Dude, yeah, I was going to say
Ooh,
like
yeah.
South
You've seen
Africa.
the rallies down
Dude,
there? They're insane.
They're absolute maniacs over there. They know how to drive. And
Exactly.
they're not scared of anything. And they'll do it in slippers too. Like,
So true. Well, we're not off drifting news. We have more to talk about. But this
listening.
is drifting on ice, which is really cool. So
Fun.
the Porsche Taycan GTS has officially set a new Guinness World Record for the longest continuous drift on
No
ice
way.
by an EV. So it completed.
Okay, that's a niche record, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. It completed a total. Well, the driver Jens Richter completed a total of 132 laps. So it's covering 17.5
Jeez.
kilometers. And the previous record was 14.8 kilometers. So it took him
Wow.
around 46 minutes to complete this, which is an insane amount of time to be
Just
going
transitioning
around.
drifts for almost an hour.
Yeah.
Is that the course?
Yeah, that was at
That's
the
diabolical. That's
Porsche
fun.
Arctic Center in
no,
Finland.
yeah, so he was
Oh,
just
no
doing the
way.
circle. He was just doing the circle.
Oh,
That one, that's like lit
I
up
thought
right
he was
there.
linking corners for 46
No.
No, no.
It was
insane thing to do.
he was pretty much doing a larger
Okay,
donut.
okay.
Yeah, they
Sure.
basically like counted each one and then it kept going and
I
then it
mean,
would
still
calculate
cool.
how many kilometers it
That
was.
place looks fun.
Yeah, it looks very cool. The video is like pretty nice too.
Yo, Porsche, holla at your boy.
You want to go to Finland?
Yes, very much so.
Absolutely.
We'll hit up Frederick Asbo and see what he's doing. He's close by.
Yeah.
I wonder what limited
Norway.
him. Do you think it was a battery running out? Because maybe
probably.
it was so cold, or he just kind of like messed up.
They did two two tries. So the first try, I think the ice was kind of unideal. Basically, it wasn't cold enough, inconsistent. So then they waited till it was like darker out, and then it was colder. So the ice.
Oh, that's why it was a lighting change. I was like, oh, was this guy going all day?
No, I mean he did go for 46 minutes. It was like
46 minutes. Still super impressive.
But yeah,
that's insane.
That is cool. Wade, you got any industry news for us, buddy? Nothing. I guess I'll go next then.
There's a little camera shot.
We have more Porsche stuff. Big Porsche guy. If Yusuf was here, he'd for sure want this one.
Yes.
Last week, there was a ton of EV-related OEM news. Basically everything from the OEMs was EV-related. Well, he took my man's mic away. That's crazy.
Oh, that's okay.
But the EV news isn't over, and this time it comes courtesy of Porsche. So you just talked about the Taycan. That is not going to be the only EV Porsche in the future.
Oh.
The CEO of Porsche said the mid-engine 718 Cayman, which is the coupe, and the 718 Boxster, which is the convertible, will completely ditch their internal combustion engines and be fully electric for the 5th generation, which that's this year. 2025 is 5th generation.
Oh, wow. That's fast.
Cayman and Boxsters. So
those wheels are sick.
it's going to be
I was
interesting.
about to say.
They want to continue the same build ethos, which is lightweight as possible, which I don't know how you're doing with
the
electric, but hell yeah. It might be very limited range. I imagine it's going to be fun to drive. No info about power units or anything like that, but someone raised an interesting point. Side note, there's also a Macan EV, which I'm pretty sure. That's already news. That's been announced.
Yeah.
The 911, the legendary 911, the most iconic sports car maybe ever, other than Miata, they are maintaining their combustion power plants for the time being, but there will be a hybrid alternative later this year. So they're getting with the times for that. You know those stupidly fast hybrid setups where it's part combustion engine, part electric motors on some of the wheels,
like the Prius.
Yeah, stupid fast like the Prius.
Super fast.
But it's pretty interesting how they're going to be doing it. So the electric model for the 911 upcoming will be sourcing some of its electric technology from Porsche's Motorsports division. So their LMP1 cars. And
Whoa.
like that. So it's going to be really cutting edge, bleeding edge electric stuff. And the 911 GT3 may get some sort of electric treatment. I know people aren't going to be thrilled to hear that, but maybe it'll be cool.
I wonder for the hybrid how much you're going to lose from the frunk. I mean,
it already has a frunk, right?
It was barely existing anyways, but
there
once
will
you
be some
put
electrical stuff up front.
electrical stuff,
the battery's still going to be bottom of the floor, I imagine, all the way across the floor like a skateboard.
Yeah. But the
somebody
motors.
raised an interesting point though. Could a hybrid 911 be part of opening the doors to Porsche's return to Formula One? Because it's hybrid technology.
Oh, true.
They have this whole motorsport division with their LMP cars working on that stuff. Now they have production models. I want to see Porsche in Formula One. I'll say it.
That would be sick.
Please,
Yes.
Porsche.
When was the last time Porsche was in the?
I mean, hazard a guess at 30 years. Was Porsche? Now you're making me look it up.
1991.
Oh, I was pretty close. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Nothing more on that for now. We'll know more possibly soon. We have the auto show coming up.
They plan for
Maybe they show
2026.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe we
true.
get a debut. We've had Porsche debuts before here, so
Maybe they partner up with Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton, the
Sir.
greatest driver in the world.
sir, don't ever. That's it for me.
All right, so we got some sick news. I don't want to talk about EVs anymore, so we're actually going to
Thank
talk about
God.
some
That's
actual
all we've been talking
proper
about.
automotive news. So everyone loves the C63 AMG wagons. We never really had a BMW counterpart since the early 2000s, 2008. The what was it, N54,
Talking about
N55.
a fast wagon
The
counterpart.
fast wagon. So BMW is finally bringing it back. So this is pretty much the M3 CS Touring, which is for their what
that
they call their
interior is
wagon.
very
This thing is
swaggy.
baller.
Whoa.
And it is still an inline six,
I
a
kinda
3
like
liter, pretty much the 3JZ that I call it. You're still making 550 horsepower, 650 torque, 3.5 seconds 0 to 60.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, it looks so baller. The kidney grill, I don't mind it as much.
It's pretty tired of the kidney grill.
It would look better slammed.
Yes.
But it'll get there.
But even like the rear end,
Yeah,
super
that back end's really
aggressive.
nice.
So it is only offered in an automatic all-wheel drive. So it's only in an X-Drive version, which I mean, good and bad thing. I think it's a lot faster in all-wheel drive, but
it makes sense for the car.
Yeah,
it would have been cool as a rear-wheel drive though.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you can. There are driver modes that you can switch it into rear-wheel drive, but essentially you're still going to have that weight of the all-wheel drive system.
Uh-oh.
So
Sinister F82, someone who knows a thing or two about these generations of BMWs, says, it's so sad they aren't bringing it to America. I would buy it.
Yep, yeah. So it's literally being released in every single...
Why?
They dangle the carrot and they're like,
Why?
do you want it?
Like,
automakers, give us the wagons. We want wagons.
So like U.S. and Canada, we are not on the list, but Europe, Australia, Japan,
outrage.
South Korea, everyone else is getting it except us.
Look at my man. Look at his face. He is not happy about this.
It's not a happy face.
Same.
You would love a wagon.
Every time there's a cool friggin' wagon or
Yeah.
cool diesel something, or worse, cool diesel wagon,
Yeah.
we don't get them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Please,
man.
automakers.
I would love to
begging.
see more of them.
Okay.
I would love to own one.
Have you guys ever owned a wagon?
No.
Yes.
Oh, what'd you own?
What was it? A wagon? Mazda Protege 5, the hatchback one. It was more
kind of.
wagon than hatchback,
Yeah.
but like kind of.
It looked like a wagon, but
Yeah, it definitely looked like
it was
a
as small as a hatchback.
wagon. Wagons are the best.
Yeah, I think I definitely wanted a wagon, like a 328i or something.
Surprised you don't want IS 300 cross track or cross whatever it is, sport cross.
The Sport Cross, yeah.
I would love the RS6 Avant. That's a good wagon.
That's
for
a
me.
baller wagon.
James says USA never gets wagons. WTF?
Yeah.
You know what? I feel you. I understand where both of you are coming from. BMW, if you're listening, it's not too late.
If you're listening.
Not too late.
BMW. Oh yeah, do you want to talk about the NASCAR?
Honestly, no.
We'll save that for.
No.
We'll save that for when we go live on Rev TV in the future. In short, they've given NASCAR a full Mach-E demonstration car. I don't really know its purpose. This was supposed to be Rich's topic, and he bailed on us last second. We have no power numbers. It's more EV news. It's gonna make stupid power.
Essentially, you're just going to be seeing a new car in the NASCAR grid,
But not on the grid.
but not on the grid.
Yeah, it's a demo car for now.
It's like hopefully seeing what will happen.
It's a Mach-E NASCAR prototype.
Interesting.
So it's designed to show what electric racing at the NASCAR level might look like, which is interesting. I'm sure the NASCAR crowd is very receptive.
Yeah,
To a
I don't
UV
see
race.
like even like Formula One. I can kind of understand it. Like Formula E, some of
Right.
those cars are faster than Formula One, and the whole point of Formula One is to have like the pinnacle
Right.
of like speed racing.
Right. Hybrid drivetrains are here to stay because it is the best.
It's yeah, pretty much. And so like I understand Formula One kind of maybe transitioning to Formula E and like it being a big thing because they're just as fast, if not faster, and they're getting faster, but year by year. Like Formula E has gone in, I think, like 6 or 7 seconds faster than their cars last year.
That's crazy. That's a
massive
improvement.
jump.
Yeah.
So I know. Have you guys ever watched Formula E?
No.
Dude, it's
For like a little bit, but it just didn't captivate me.
it's
the
so
way that,
weird.
like,
So
regular
it's
Formula One
kind of
does.
like a Mario Kart or like a video game where if they take the outside line in one of the corners, it's called like a speed boost, and then for like pretty much
The rainbow speed boost.
Yeah, actually, so you'll go slower, but then you get a speed boost, and then your car goes faster for a certain amount of the lap. Like
I
it's
Interesting.
don't know if I like that.
it's wild.
It's funny. We were just talking about who we would pick in Mario Kart.
Mario
We're
Kart.
talking about the speed.
Yeah, drop in the comments who you guys normally pick in
Yeah,
Mario
who's your
Kart.
Mario Kart main? We are judging
Yeah.
very harshly.
Well, Harjon's taking what?
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong?
Or Monty Mole. It depends on which you know.
Respect it.
Depends on the vibe.
Respect it.
I'm either Toad or Yoshi.
Yeah.
If it's like a newer game, it can be Boo, and then
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
Luigi.
Mm.
That's usually.
If
the
you have
Boo.
all the
Oh wait, what's
Waluigi.
the Koopa, the little turtle man? Dry
Oh
bones?
yeah. He's
Koopa
cute.
Troopa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll fight you guys. And we should do Mario Kart on the podcast.
Live stream Mario Kart. You know
James
what?
says he's got Waluigi.
Waluigi is
Nice.
wild.
I don't know how you guys feel. Like, I feel like I'm really good at pretty much any racing game, and then when Mario Kart comes around, absolute disaster. Complete
That's like
mess
the
for
point,
some
though.
reason.
It's supposed to like frustrate you,
Right?
And, like,
it's just the opposite of a
yeah.
racing game.
No, every
my
time-
wife kicks my ass at Mario Kart.
Every time I've taken a date to like Dave and Buster's and you play that arcadey Mario Kart, somehow they always beat me and then hold it above my head the rest of the night. I cannot handle that.
you're supposed to let them win.
You're not allowed
No,
to take it
you never
serious. The
try
game
to
will
let
come
them
for
win,
you.
but somehow
always happens.
they just beat you. And it's
Yeah.
like, I did not ask for this. You
She's
didn't.
like, ew, I got the ick. He lost at Mario Kart.
Ew. I'm there sweating
Yeah.
It's over, bud.
with Donkey
She's like
Kong.
texting her girl. She's like, I think this is like not gonna work.
He picked Donkey Kong in Mario Kart.
Ew.
Doesn't he know Toad is the latest?
Exactly.
What else is happening?
So we got some product news here.
Oh, boy.
Toyo tires.
Is this that new off-roading thing?
Yeah,
I feel like we know.
I think we discussed this. But actually, you know what? Let's just jump right into the product kind of highway and see what's coming up here in the future. Okay, yeah. So if you guys just want to pull up the corkboard highway, so we can take a look at it. So essentially,
We're skipping the product news?
yeah. There's really not much.
But the Fast and Furious Supra, dog.
Okay, yeah, we can pull that up. Have you seen? I think
That's the one I wanted to talk about. Because
All right.
Lego Technic is cool.
It is, and I think we might be missing a car here on this Lego Technic.
Production, do we have the Lego Technic car, or is that just a no-go? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
So if you're not familiar, Lego Technic is their like elaborate machine
That's
style,
crazy.
like the pieces don't look like Lego pieces kind of thing. Every year at the auto show and like whatever events, Lego's got some cool thing going on, and usually like a life-size Lego car. And then they have the Lego store with like these kind of creations. So
That's
their
fun.
latest is the Fast and Furious Supra. I don't know how Supra E it looks, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Like how Supra-esque, how like none
seen
of the
spots.
Lego Technic cars ever really look like cars.
Some of them. Some of them.
Usually just the F1 cars.
It's like-
F1 cars are just straight lines, and it's
Yeah, that's true. It's like an avant-garde type look at a car.
Yeah. If you're a collector,
Deconstructed.
this is top of your list, though. That's just how it's gonna be.
It looks like he
You're a
just took
Fast
like a
Furious
render of a Supra and then just
Got a little-
scaled it
It
down.
looks like if I asked AI to draw me a Supra.
Picasso drew you a Supra. This
Yeah.
is what he came up with.
Yeah,
But definite collector's item.
I love
cool.
Lego. The
Same.
only thing I'm not a fan of is probably the stickers. I love when they do the printed on pieces
I agree. Actually.
versus
You
look
don't
at
like putting the stickers on though?
no,
No.
because I'm too anal about like it's
My
gotta be good. And
big
I like
old
you on
fat
that.
fingers. It's so hard to pick up this
Yeah.
tiny little taillight sticker right
Yo,
there.
big
And then-
hands gang. We have a hard time with this. Hey, they got the taillights right.
we need some sad violin music.
yeah, it's,
My hands are too big to put the stickers on the Lego.
I
Man.
can't play with Legos for kids. My hands are too big.
No, I like it. I think it's fun to like stick it on, and like if it's not perfect, then you know it's part of the
It
journey.
adds to it.
And then you every time you look at it, you get angry.
But to be honest, any Lego set that I've bought over the past 5 years, I kind of keep it sealed, and it's just in the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You don't make them,
I don't make them.
That's crazy behavior.
I know.
but like,
I just keep telling myself I'm saving them for my kids, and then that's how I justify buying Legos every week.
Mom, Dad, this is for your grandchildren, not for me.
I'm not dating anyone or have any kids anytime soon, but I promise they're coming.
I'm saving up.
So they did announce the Paul Walker Skyline, I mean Supra, obviously, but they did also announce Suki's car. Yeah,
they?
so the
I want that.
S2K, they're pretty much gonna have the pink one.
Yes.
It was kind of like hovering around for a bit, but it does look like summer 2025. We're probably going to be seeing them
Hell
roll
yeah.
out.
So you guys can get that for me as a gift.
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
They both just said yes. No hesitation.
If
Yes.
Lego is at the auto show, I
Truth.
wouldn't be surprised if we see some like sneak peek
I would love-
sort of stuff, because the
Love it.
Lego store / Lego display at our auto show is wicked.
It is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll see.
Speaking
We'll
about
show you.
auto show, when does it start?
February 14th, Valentine's Day. Take your date to see cars, because they love that.
She's just like standing like this.
From the
looking at
14th
cars.
to the 23rd.
Are we done yet?
At the no, not at International Center, at the Toronto Metro Convention Center.
Yep.
You can see all of the auto show goods, and interestingly, some OEMs that were too cool for the auto show are back.
Mm-hmm.
We will not name names, but
Oh.
maybe people finally realize that it's worth it getting in front of the customers, and
Yeah.
even if not potential buyers right this second, I think it means a lot to be able to see the vehicle.
Well, you're planting the seed, right?
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you have like cool paints or like cool finishes or cool wheels and like things
Yeah.
like that. You want to show off like the best of your best to kind of keep that in people's minds. Like I saw Mercedes was there years ago with this dark green paint, and it's stuck in my head forever. Like I'll never forget. If I ever buy a Mercedes, it's like, no, the
It has to
green
be
paint
dark
from
green.
2019,
Yeah.
put that on my car.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So it goes for like pretty much like 10 days straight. You get 2 weekends out of it. So 2 prime weekends that you actually should make it out for.
Although life hack, if you're in Toronto and you can make it on a weekday, do that.
Yeah.
It's a zoo.
Absolutely.
It's a friggin' zoo on the weekend.
Yeah, the weekends are definitely packed. But I mean, sometimes on the weekdays, you do get those like field trips and like the auto class kids and stuff coming out.
But they're a little bit more relaxed.
They are more
The
mature.
general public is insane. At these.
Yeah.
But it'll be cool to see all the like, what do you call them? Like the boutique booths, or like the displays for like special, like that one back room that's been Porsche,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
been whoever it was last. I think it was Porsche twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
There's always some cool stuff on that middle floor where people kind of forget it exists.
Yeah, we had that like game room where they had a bunch of like old.
The Oblivion.
Oh yeah,
room.
the
Yeah.
80s
arcade
stuff.
where they were selling a bunch of retro stuff too,
yeah, that
right?
was really
Yeah.
cool. And then they had like I want to say it was like a Civic or something. It was like
The
OEM.
EF, like brand new EF, basically.
No, it was like I don't know. It was I don't remember what it was, but it was I think it was like an OEM car, but it was like perfect, pristine condition, and then that's why they had it. It was like a flashback to the 80s or something.
Yeah, they're very like
I'm
80s
butchering
and
it,
90s,
but-
super specific.
Yeah.
Like that's the Oblivion car show, and you have to be approved to get your car in. And if it doesn't look like it existed in the 80s or
Yeah.
the early 90s, you are not in. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
But I
that's-
kind of like the commitment to the vibe there.
Mm-hmm.
That's wicked.
And also, you get the Hot Wheels store, you get the Lego store, like you mentioned, and of course, something on our end, TBA. I don't think we can announce anything yet. Probably not. Some sort of PASMAG presence. We'll see you there.
Woohoo!
Yeah, if if you guys want to see us in real life, just come by. You might see us. I don't know. But yeah, dude, like I love kind of walking around and seeing like the different kind of showcases, and also getting a bunch of free stuff. I think I have like
Oh God, you're one of those people walking around with a bag. full of free
Mercedes
swag
bag.
every
I think I have a
auto show.
Lexus bag. I always
I didn't get any free stuff.
really last year.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
working. That's why.
I mean, last year they
They're
had
probably
they had the Subaru booth where they
Oh.
kind of did the press on hats for you guys, so you get free stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I-
if you see a long lineup, most likely it's worth waiting for free stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you
But
guys
yeah.
been to like a big auto show outside our home market? Maybe like jumbo ones in another country or something,
No, I haven't.
or other side of the country.
I don't think I've ever been to an auto show other than the Canadian auto
The
show.
biggest, most surprising one was Detroit Motor City Auto Show. It was the year they debuted the NSX and the Ford GT were both
Damn.
like brand new cars, and the CTSV, the Cadillac CTSV.
Was that
So all three of
2019?
them? No, it was
That
quite
must have
some
been
time.
an insane year.
Yeah, there was so much, like, just a really big show in general compared to, I mean, obviously here we have a big show, but America does it like
They do it the American
the
way.
extra step larger. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was really cool. Back when multiple cool sports cars would debut in the same year.
Now it's just
Better
all
days.
Bring it
Toyota,
back.
baby.
Better days.
Bring it back, please.
It's okay. Toyota's, making up for the rest of the industry. But anyways, back to PASMAG.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Moving on from industry.
So we got some magazines coming up.
Yep.
For Euro, I don't think we. it's not really hitting me in my head, but I don't think we had enough submissions.
I feel like we only had like 2 that
I know there's 2 or 3 that like immediately stand out in my head. I think we have
the guy who's built.
That's a drift car.
Chad, you'll be
that's drift, not
probably
Euro
drift
for sure.
issue.
Yeah. So we'll throw that in the drift issue. And these are kind of the ones where we have to like make a decision. Is it more Euro or is it more drift? It's definitely more drift.
Definitely more drift.
We got Frank's really ridiculously modified 3 Series. I think it's a 3 Series. It is.
Yep.
325i.
325i.
Yeah, okay. There's
I
that
forgot
guy.
about this one.
Guillaume. I can speak
Oh,
French.
no, I do know this one.
Yeah, that thing's really well put together.
Yeah.
Like, don't let the aggressive arrow fool you. It's not.
And
this is one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome. That's like properly. If you're like, oh, another guy that did that wrap, wrong.
No.
Paint and like themed, well executed, high quality parts.
Yep.
Nice photos.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a shoe in. Is that all we have for Euro?
I think so, as of right now.
We're missing my boy Neil, whose first car was his BMW, and he modified it super nice.
It was like a dark blue color.
Yeah. Shout out to the boy Neil. I think that was his name. We're not forgetting you, bro.
That was a good one.
Team Emotion in the chat.
Oh, yeah?
Says, wow, emotion. Yeah. I think we just saw a handful of Team Emotion cars there. So, hell yeah. Shout out to Team Emotion for submitting some quality this year. Really, really competing for that top spot of most featured team in 2025.
Yeah, maybe we should do like some sort of awards at the end of the year and be like, all right.
We will be.
What's the thing?
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
That was the thing.
I was going to say
choice, editor's choice.
They've been messaging us being like, can we do like a Team Emotion issue? They're like really trying to get for it. Like maybe.
So we'll hand out some awards at the end of the year, and Team Emotion's kind of.
I mean, if there's any team that deserves it,
it's definitely
it's kind of hard to compete. But
we had Jamie's team too, which was, what was their team name?
Yeah, because they
diverse. Team Diverse?
I think so. Because they were also blowing up the chat and like really supporting.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, there's
they're gonna
a little beef ting in the chat. But so what do we have for the TBG winners of 2024?
That's like the issue right now. That's coming.
Yeah, we're not talking about February because that's already in the past.
Oh, we can't talk about it. Okay.
Well, it's already done. We're talking about March onwards. Well, it's a joint issue.
That's right. That's right. So stay tuned. January, February issue hitting your newsstands, your inboxes, and your social media very, very soon. It's looking good.
Exciting.
I think for the drift issue, did we get too many drift cars?
No, we don't have enough drift cars.
We only had, I want to say, like 3 that I remember.
Yeah, 3 that like definitely fit in the issue. We had some submissions that were like, it's clearly a drift car. Oh, we get some mood lighting.
I'm blue. No.
Can I get the mood? That looks so nice over there. You look like you're vibing.
I am vibing.
You and Wage.
Me and Wage are straight vibing.
What can we show them for the drift issue? Production team, do you have anything queued up to show them? We already saw the awesome BMW that had its front bumper smashed, but it's good.
I know we kind of have last year's drift issue.
What kind of events do you guys want to see in the drift issue? Because we're pretty much lining it up with start of Formula Drift.
Right.
Because Long Beach is
I want to see
April.
worldwide. I want to see some Drift Master stuff. I want I want to hear from the people behind the scenes. I would love to get some more Final Bout content in.
Yeah,
everyone knows that Final Bout is like the pinnacle of
I
drift
designed
styling.
that page. Thank you.
That's one of my close friends, Artem.
Artem's good stuff.
Yeah, he's a little short boy. I gotta love him.
Did you just call him a short boy?
Yeah, the day I met him was in high school, and he let me put a slice of cheese on his head. He's like 2 years younger. I know. He got 900, but...
Oh, there's the homie Mike.
I haven't heard that word in so long.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike. His old car. Well, same car, old livery.
So essentially, our drift issue is going to be very similar in style and layout.
Emphasis on style.
I was going to say, I wouldn't say layout because that's what, from 2020.
That was like builds to follow type thing. We're going to go like full-blown features for you guys.
Yeah.
And also emphasis on style for real. I think...
That's a nice page.
I'm not going to go on like a full Yusuf rant here, but I think people kind of let their car standards drop. Did you mute me?
I muted myself. I was drinking water. You can still hear yourself.
Just like, nah,
How dare he?
No.
People let their standards for the car kind of slip under the excuse like, oh, it's a drift car. It doesn't have to be good. It's got to be good, dude. Drifting is about style. Even if it's beat up, if you keep it together, beat up, it looks cooler than just beat up. Make your car look nice.
You know what's funny? Actually, on that note, last night I literally just ordered new headlights, new fenders, little bumper retaining clips or whatever, and stuff like that, all for my drift car.
Big money over here.
And listen, whoa,
In this economy?
AliExpress, hey, AliExpress, baby.
Oh no, not an AliExpress build.
AliExpress sponsor me.
Yusuf's gonna roast you on that.
Listen,
Yo, Absolute Electronic gets it. LOL. Drift cars and race cars literally make some of the coolest show cars. Yes.
Truth.
Drifting is essentially a rolling car show, as they say, and it should look the part. You ever see like a coordinated drift team with like matching liveries and matching look
that's
drifting?
so
it's the
sick.
coolest looking thing ever. So
Man,
yeah,
we
take
have
pride
to-
in your drift cars.
we
'Cause
have to
otherwise, they're
cover
not
it.
going in.
This bad boy.
This is for drift cars that Pride was taking. Did you see all those ones we showed you at the beginning? No mismatched panels. No
Yep.
missing headlights. Just cohesive,
Yep.
thought out pieces. So hell yeah. Please send us your cool drift cars. If your buddy has the baddest drift car around and he hasn't submitted yet or doesn't know what we're doing here, tell him to submit. We got room for some more. We want to see. We still have openings. We might have a little fight for the cover. It'd be really
Absolutely.
fun.
The cover's always gonna be a fight.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really fun to have
Always.
some of the coolest drift cars in the world. So please get in touch if you have the coolest. If you think your drift car is all that, let us decide.
just look up any video on YouTube about Final Bout, and if you think you can compete with those guys, you deserve to be in the issue.
Yeah. If you're looking for inspiration, Final Bout.
Yeah.
Any car there, that's your standard.
There's
Go get 'em.
icing on the cake. I
Go get
love
'em,
it.
Tiger.
All right, next let's talk about some EVs because we have an EV issue.
Yes, I remember this one. This one's so baller.
Yep, I remember this
Now,
one.
this is a long time coming, I think.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's been in the works. We've talked about it. We even had like one of the earliest EV car features in a print magazine many, many years ago, like before I started here even. That was when the Tesla had first hit the scene and someone went crazy and modified
Oh,
it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the Roadster or the
No. Just like the first whatever. I
oh
don't
the
know which one
Model
was
S or
first.
whatever?
I don't know which one came first. Model S, right? Yeah, one of the early editions of the Model S got the full modded treatment and ended up in the magazine. And now people are off to the races. I mean, look at this aero setup. Like, the body kit looks sick. The interior, he did like VIP style. He's got that friggin' fighter jet steering wheel.
Yeah.
I had no idea they had wide bodies for Teslas.
Yes. And it's not all EVs. Important to note, it's going to be EVs and hybrid drivetrains. So if you have something that's kind of right in the middle, maybe you have the new NSX and you're going ham, modifying that thing. I haven't seen a super modified one other than our boy JJ Dubex, which he's had since like the first NSX ever dropped.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you've got some wicked EV or hybrid drivetrain car, we've got room for you. It just has to be good enough.
Yeah.
And like, here's an example. This is what you're competing with. This is what you have to look as good as or better, or at least at the same level of detail.
We had someone at English Town a couple years ago.
Was it Rex?
Rex, yeah.
Yes, that car.
I'm
was
surprised he
sick.
hasn't submitted yet.
He probably has. Maybe not for the show, but
Yeah.
his stuff is definitely in our files.
Yeah.
So definitely make that happen.
Someone
Yeah.
said, Absolute Electronics said, man, I should submit my Prius.
Hey, dress that thing up. Make it look nice, maybe.
Sure,
Yeah,
why not?
because I think for the EV issue, that's literally our only submission.
Yeah.
As-
Are you
Currently.
serious?
yeah.
Yeah. No one's been really submitting
Let
EVs.
me talk to some people.
I know.
It's Toyota's Lexus, I love my people, but
Right.
and then Honda Acura.
Yes.
It's those are
those.
when you think tuning, those are
And
kind
then we
of
still have an issue
Yeah.
that's undecided theme, which I think we should get some rotary. I want rotary stuff. Lots of it.
Oh, bless you, whoever that was. That was really loud.
So this is
Team
looking like the
emotion.
Honda issue.
All right, who was commenting?
A lot of people.
It was
Sinister.
Absolute
and
Electronic.
Absolute Electronics.
This is his car, right? Wasn't it? Absolute Electronics.
I can't remember who's who. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
I
with the
think so.
with the baller audio setup in the
Yep.
back.
I think so,
okay,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
checks out. That checks out. And that was paint. Dominic's super sick. Period.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
Oh,
We
Type
should
R.
do an OEM plus type period correct issue.
I think
That
when
would be
we're
really
having
cool.
all of these features in it, I think we can almost like categorize them as they come up. Like this one, for
Yeah.
example, Harry's throwback car. Like this is almost like a throwback feature. Like
Yeah.
it's yesteryear's era done in a way for today. And then Dom's is like a very period correct. It kind of gives an idea of like there's more than one way to make a car feature worthy.
Yeah, I love this one.
Oh, the best. Jonathan,
Man.
my man. This is my favorite so far, in all honesty.
It's so refreshing to see an engine that's not red top for a Honda. It's just like...
The fitment is insane. The wheels, the color scheme. Yes, Josh Kroll's awesome multi-year project. RSX.
Crazy story to follow this one, too.
Yeah, this has been around as long as we've been around, so we love that. RJ's sick NSX.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. This is
just
like,
look at this Honda Acura issue. This is what you have to compete with. Let this set the standard for what an issue should look like this year. It's just quality on quality.
Oh, this one was so
keeps
cool.
going.
Crazy
It keeps
painted
going.
Integra that we saw at SEMA.
Yeah, the paint on this was like mind-blowing.
Man.
That's too good. We also have, in terms of packed issues, Toyota Lexus.
Oh.
Speaking of which, here's a Toyota. One of the best looking 8.6s with a wide body kit, even though everyone's seen every 8.6 with a wide body kit. That's how you execute.
Executed well, yeah.
Anthony did well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Loved this one.
Insane Lexus. Probably top 3 features for me so far of like the entire year. This, that S2000, and then I'd have to pick another one, to be honest with you.
Oh, that Supra. That green.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
probably
one.
it. That's probably it.
That one
Which is going to come up. Gary's insane Soarer. I think he said he was still working on something, so if we see a little bit of
I think I'd be working on those side skirts a little bit, a little sag over
there. Yeah. Clean up those headlights a little. And
she needs a little facelift. World. Get that girl some. But the
best MR2
Yep.
maybe ever.
We went over this last week or the week before.
John's MR2 is insane.
There
it is.
This is the one.
Leo's ridiculous Toyota Supra. If you haven't seen, you can go back and check out the episode, or you can just look at these pictures and look them up. This is his dream car, and he built his dream car the way he wanted it.
And daily drives it.
Yeah, and cut no corners. I mean, he's driving on the friggin' beach. So, hell yeah, dude.
Dude's a legend.
The paint matched roof box. Probably put this one over the edge. That makes it.
This one was really cool.
Hell yeah.
Classy.
Hell yeah. There's another like period correct.
Yeah.
Like we kind of segment our features into like different like why they're here's, you know?
Yeah. Man, I love velocity stacks. As soon as you see that on any car, it's just
so good.
Beautiful.
I don't remember this one. Oh, I do remember this one. He's got the really sweet body work going on and like a good looking livery.
I don't know. Anytime I see that mesh in the front bumper, it takes me to the early 2000s. I think the easiest way to get past that is just paint that mesh black. That's how it goes invisible.
I would do the same.
And it doesn't feel like an early 2000s build anymore.
There was more to that than meets the eye. I remember we found out something really good about it. I just can't remember what it is. We'll have to dig in. Whether or not that gets like a full page or like a little thing, we'll figure it out. Kind of something we haven't mentioned is that like the quality of your feature of your car determines how much space you're getting in the magazine. Some of you are going to end up like a page to yourself. Some of you beautiful double page spread centerfold type thing. It all depends on quality of A, your photos, B, your car. So if you have a mediocre car, take damn good photos, you can get a little further.
Yeah, you get this big of a picture.
If it's like cell phone photos from a Motorola Razr and your spec list just says very modified, it's big, dog.
We should talk about like what makes a good submission, because we've gotten some like really great ones and some like
really bad
garbage ones.
Yeah. I think it's down to a handful of rules. 1, get good photos. That's like number 1.
Yeah, that is number 1. Because you can make like a bad car look good.
Right.
Depending on angles, location, lighting.
True.
Watch a 1-minute YouTube video on how to take pictures of a car. Because some of you are just like, that's it. You know, like point a car and click, and it just looks like terrible.
It pains me.
Get the whole car in the frame. Get the angles. Show off the car. There's a lot of things you can do to make.
Go to a car meet.
Better.
If you see someone with a camera, make friends with them.
where are you posting those photos? Oh, surprise! I'm going to use these for PASMAG.
Hey man, can we hang out one day and can you take a picture?
Yeah, get permission for your photos, please.
Yeah, if you're going to send us photos to print, we need permission from your photographers. So remember that. Stay in touch with those photographers. Make friends with your photographers. Support your photographer friends. That's really important. Yep. Number 2, as important as photos are, have a good car. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, you kind of need a good car.
Don't build it with junk and like the cheapest parts imaginable and throw everything. We see this so often at car shows. People throwing everything at a car, hoping something sticks. It's just like overly modified. Like
there's no direction.
There's no build ethos. There's no direction. There's no thought behind it. Just mods, as many mods as possible. Stickers, canards, carbon fiber, everything.
Horrible.
And then lastly, your spec list. You don't need to tell us everything. Like, I don't care which brand of shrink wrap you put on your harness to lay it out. Not everything has to be custom, bespoke, one-off, handmade, something or other because you cut and welded something. You can just use the word custom. That's fine. You can explain where it came from. And lastly, choose good parts. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think for the description, you get what you put out.
Yeah.
Like, literally, if you are just... okay, I only have 5 minutes to write the description or my spec list. Like, man, it's going to take us 5 minutes to look at that and say, yeah, no.
And don't skimp on the details either. I'm trying to write a feature for somebody for this from last year. And like they have, I'm not going to say who or what car. It's very nice. I picked it for an award because I was like, this is a sick car. It's very modified. There's lots going on. There was like, it's thought out. It's period correct. It looks good. Their spec list contains like 7 of 100 mods. Like, tell me what you did to the car.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I assume you bought it from somebody built already, and you haven't done anything, and you don't even know what's in your car, and that's a big loss of respect.
Red flag. Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you bought a built car, but know what it is. Do a little poking around and some
just
research.
Write a spec list out once and save it on your computer somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
In your phone.
You might need
Update.
it in the future. It's always good to look back on. Like, you know, like 10 years later, you don't have the car anymore. But
actually, like life advice, if you have a modified car, like I do, I don't have a feature to be I have a car, but I don't like feature it in anything. I have a spec list for my car. It's good information to have.
Yeah, you don't need to go as far as making like an Excel spreadsheet and be like, all right, I paid
Here's what I paid,
$200.
here's what it's worth.
I'm
It's
like
just gonna make you
25,000 in debt.
You go sum equals or whatever. It's like $30,000, and you're like,
My
oh.
wheels cost more than I paid for the car.
Yeah. Oopsies.
James Tenorella says, I legit think my photos helped me succeed last year. Not unlikely.
Yeah.
That is no reflection of your car. That's just how it is.
In TBG, yeah, he made it to top 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude.
He's going to be in
Good photos
TBG
go
again
a
this year.
long
We spoke
way.
on Instagram. He's
yeah, James.
new rap. Oh, maybe I shouldn't spoil it, but
No
he's doing. sorry, James.
Save
But
it for the voting battle.
He's doing more stuff to it, so that's going to be exciting to see. I'm
Absolute
sure the photos will be great.
Says spec list is great for going to shows. Also true.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about printing your spec list and putting it in front of your car, but if you have like a super built show car and you're tired of answering people's questions,
Dude, yeah.
it is.
bro.
Here's what's in it. Here's my
Like,
specs.
I mean, I've been that guy. I've been like, hey, do you guys know the owner of this car? I just want to ask him one thing about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's like, you know, I feel like kind of having your spec list printed out either to the side, it kind of reminds me of like the good old like Corvette days. Like, this is what I bought it as. Like, this is rare, one of 8. Yeah, it's like
I love seeing that on like a classic car. You see them, they're like one of this, and then they just like show when they bought it, how much they bought it for, and we're
I'm
like,
at the dealership,
oh my God.
getting the keys.
Only like $1,500. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I like when people come up and ask questions about the car to a degree.
Yeah.
Like once we're
it can get too far.
4 hours into answering questions, it's like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
check it out online.
Check it out, my print feature on PASMAG.
Here, I'll open the hood. You can just poke around.
Don't touch.
All right, now coming up to the
truck issue.
truck
Something
issue,
I'm actually
brother.
stoked for. As someone who used to like not be super stoked on truck issues, seeing the features that have made it so far makes me stoked on the truck issue. This is the coolest Toyota pickup.
I think we looked at this the first week, and
First
all of
time.
us were like,
Hell yeah.
we need this in.
Hell
Like, we
yeah.
were so about it.
Love
right
everything
off the
about
bat.
this truck so much. Andrew's truck is going in. High contention for cover, but he's got competition because there's also RJ's and Santa Bronco.
That one was crazy.
This thing is wild. Those fenders are indeed carbon fiber. The inside is indeed full race truck material. Looks like a pre-runner.
Like, these guys are both on opposite ends of the spectrum. Like,
Right.
one is like completely modded with all the best parts on
Like
it, and then the other one is
modern car
like
to the nines.
is like a clean modded car, like from like the 80s. It's like 90s. It's insane. It's like, what?
Hell yeah. So this one, as you can see, we've got room. So if you have the baddest truck, let me tell you, listen to me. If you send me a Carolina squatting truck with big, obnoxious American Force wheels poking out and absolutely no functionality, I will roast you here live.
I want to see it, though.
So please send me your dumb Brodozer Pavement Princess sack of
Oh
Get
my
carried
God.
away.
Beep.
I hate those trucks. Send us something cool and functional and good. If it's a show truck, fine. Make it a show truck. But if it's just like, I powder coated all my suspension, yeah, that's what you're getting. I'm done roasting truck owners now. Please send us your trucks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some
I want to see some
trucks.
cool stuff. Because every once in a while, like SEMA, the Brodozer truck yard, is so played out. And then somewhere out there, there's like one perfect truck sitting in between them, just overshadowed by these skyscrapers on wheels.
Yeah.
Like, those are always sick. If you have like a cool rock crawler, a cool overlanding rig, that applies to trucks. Overlanding trucks, overlanding whatever, your camping mobile, your adventure mobile, whatever you're using to rock crawl and get up into the mountains for trips, that's what we're looking for.
I want to see some Forerunners, some FJ Cruisers.
Yeah, boy.
That would be baller.
Yeah, functional trucks. Please give us those.
And hey, listen, for anyone watching, anyone that loves PASMAG, wants to be featured, but let's say you suck at writing spec lists, you don't know anyone to take pictures, another way to get featured in our magazine is to just show up to the PASMAG 365 rally.
Surprise.
It's
Yes.
And
like,
also,
yeah,
about like if you don't have a photographer or anything, you can always message us and we can see we have a massive list of contributors. We can just be like,
very true.
This person's great. Like, let's connect you. And
Yeah, we can
get
point you to a photographer. If you really can't make it work with your cell phone, you're working with a Motorola Razr on a budget, like we can find somebody in your area to at least connect you and figure something out from there.
And that way, at least you know more people in the car community.
Yes.
And, you know, buddy.
After that trucks issue, we move to the rally recap issue.
Yes.
which is going to be really fun.
So you already know, we'd say it every week. We have at least 2 rallies this year. The usual rallies, Toronto to New Jersey, and what I assume is Vegas to Salt Lake City.
Yep.
Salt Lake.
Potentially 2 more. We don't know what they are yet. Or we might know. You can't know yet.
We know, but you
'Cause
don't.
We don't want to say anything that's not super set in stone. But those rallies are probably the easiest way to get yourself, A, in the magazine of some kind.
Yep.
B, have the best weekend road trip of your life. It is so much fun. It's not, cruising down to Gatlinburg with your buddies, but it's like really, it's just as good if you ask me, because you end at Formula Drift or whatever other motorsports event, and you get to go into the event. You get full coverage from our TV show, our YouTube channel, our print magazine, social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You get to meet a lot of awesome people on the way. You get to meet the team and win some sick prizes. Just ask all the people from last year who won a brand new turbo, a brand new set of wheels, a coil rad, headlight kits, R1 Concepts brakes. Like, there's a lot going around.
It's like crazy to just like
the
be
fact
on
that
a
we're
road
giving
trip.
away this much
Yeah.
is ridiculous, if
It's
I'm
like,
being honest.
it's
Our
like when you
sponsors are
enter a
amazing.
contest and there's only like 100 other entries. It's like, what? Why wouldn't I? But they're giving away like 90 prizes.
Right?
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
definitely gonna win something. Even if you don't win something, you're having a great time.
Yeah.
If you won the experience,
Yeah, so you
It's
want to
fun.
come out to the rallies in 2025. It's going to be a riot. I cannot wait to hopefully finish my car in time for the first one.
And we kind of brush over it, but it doesn't end with the PASMAG feature in our magazine, or not a feature, but like, a little snippet in the magazine,
Showcase.
or a video on YouTube. You get on TV. You potentially can get on TV.
Yeah.
And that's kind of wild. And you just say, "Hey, mama, I made it." It's just
Yeah, so there will be an issue dedicated to that. Probably go more in depth than old coverages of those rallies did. We can really get, one-on-one with some of the person and do full video segments, which we can link to, and it'll be a whole thing. Someone says, DMV, call Gus our photos. Shout out to my boy Gus Rodriguez, awesome photographer.
Great
Just
guy.
got his first stuff in PASMAG. You can see it there in that awesome pink car. Yeah, he's good stuff. So you can hit him up.
Yeah.
Sinister F82 says, I will cruise with you. Yo, I'm holding you to that, bro. Come chill.
He's too small. It doesn't work.
poor guy.
I'll be reading it.
Whoa.
No one has said anything about him, by the way.
Breaking news.
Everybody in the chat, let's say hi to Wage.
Breaking
Guys,
news.
say hi to Wage, please.
Wage cap.
Shut up, my boy. We have potentially awesome news from Absolute Electronics.
Whoa.
And the design team, who is much older than me, and Rich, who's also much older than me, are going to know this one. Says, wait, are you guys planning on anything for the return of Nopi?
We can't say anything about that as of
shrug
yet. We can't say anything as of yet, but we are aware. So just keep that in mind.
James says PASMAG rally is a bucket list for me. Yo, we'll see you next year, dude. Or this
Sinister
year.
says shout out Wage.
Yeah, shout out to Wage.
Woohoo!
But yes, in short, lots of fun stuff planned. Some stuff we can't say. I wish we could tell you more. You'll have to just keep tuning in until we can. We're finalizing some stuff with Motorsports partners and event partners and making some really, really fun plans. If you thought the rallies from last year were good, if you were on those and you're like, damn, this is a good time, just wait.
This year's going to be better.
It's going to be insane.
Yep.
We've got the formula. The test run from Vegas to Salt Lake, I would call super successful. We've got the formula down. It was so well executed. It was a smaller group, and I loved it. But I think that little intimate group, that's long gone. It's going to be much bigger this year.
Yeah.
Which is cool because Vegas is fun. And so is Salt Lake City. So yeah.
Let's go to Vegas, baby. So after the 365 recap, the rally recap, then what do we finally end off with?
The big show.
Shabam.
SEMA.
So SEMA.
At the end of the year, we will be at SEMA as usual.
And it's generally just a cover. So I believe, do we do anything for the TBG SEMA winner in the magazine?
We have a TBG issue. So I think, PD, if you could pull that up, I think it might be. Oh, he's getting it. Okay, sure. I think it was in April or something. We will have the TBG winner, I think, be on the cover.
Okay, sick. And then,
so that won't be in the SEMA issue. That would be before.
Yes.
That'd be before the SEMA issue.
Yes.
But then,
Yes.
I mean, it would still kind of get a little.
You'll see a little something for sure.
Something.
Because you're going to see
Yeah.
the PASMAG booth, which is probably where they are. And then, obviously, all the coolest stuff we saw at SEMA. We're going to be touring around our favorite booths and our favorite people and builders and exhibits at SEMA and show you guys the best of the best and maybe some of the hidden gems. You know, every year, everyone does SEMA coverage in our industry. You see SEMA from 100 people, and still, it feels like they miss something sometimes. So we're going to be looking for those hidden gems. Obviously, the big blockbuster items. You always see the Toyo Tread Pass. You always see whatever big internet-breaking build is sitting out front of the building. We're going to be looking for hidden gems as well, so stay tuned on that. We'll find some cool stuff. I know this past year we did the wild engine swaps from last year, and that was really popular because it was just like weird engines and weird cars. So more stuff like that, I think, is on the horizon for SEMA. And then afterwards, for December, we have no theme. This is still up for debate.
I think, actually, we're going to do Reader's Choice. Some awards.
Well, I am wrong. Well, where are we putting the rotary issue? Because we're going to have to squeeze that in there somewhere.
Well,
May is the one that hasn't been decided? May has not been figured out yet.
well, I thought we were doing TBG.
Wait, May has
12.
TBG. Oh, that's not really a whole issue, is it?
We can do September.
Maybe we could do
Trucks?
EV and
Trucks
rotary. EV and rotary.
I'm going to find
We'll
my boy
figure it
Phil.
out.
I know
We'll
you're
figure it
watching. I owe you a feature. I'm finding a place for it. It's going in, I promise you. Yeah, we didn't do the Nissan issue, so we're all we have. I'm starting to realize how many features we've said yes to on the show that have nowhere to go.
We'll find a spot.
So we're going to find spots for you.
We will. Whether it's in December or.
There's still two sides of an issue.
Is there?
Remember, there's still the front and back.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So we'll make something happen. More themes to come.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's all we have for today. We're not going to review any cars today. We wanted to keep this short and sweet and kind of just let you guys in on a little of the editorial process. We've got to go through a whole meeting together off air, kind of figure out who's going where and what's going where. We'll keep that a surprise until the issues are out.
But at least you guys kind of know the vibe, the plan.
Yeah.
Nothing's set in stone, just to be clear.
Yes, to be fair,
But,
everything you just saw is subject to change. That might all be BS.
Yeah. So even if we say, like, yo, your car's going on the cover.
Damn.
Covers are never promised. So if you
never
hear
promise.
anybody saying
Until
you're
it's
on the cover.
printed, we can never promise anything.
Yeah.
Things might change here and there. But, I mean, you might have a very good chance, but things can change. On that note, listen.
Depressing last note.
Depressing last. So if you do want any of our previous issues, maybe see what you're getting into. Let's say you're, interested in getting into a future issue, maybe it would help to buy something that we've already released to see, you know, the type of pictures we're looking for, the type of layouts and write-ups that we're looking for, your spec list. So it is a good option. We called it our Black Friday special, but you get 4 issues for a price of 1. It's called our mystery bundle. $34. It's kind of a killer deal. Again, write in your notes section whatever you're into. Like, let's say you're into a Toyota Lexus. I will curate a nice little package for you, made with love. Like I say, every single week. Everyone always walks into me packaging these magazines, and I put in hearts on them, put in little smiley faces.
He's kissing the bag.
Yeah, I don't go that far.
We should get you some lipstick for Valentine's Day, and you can kiss every bag.
Yeah. All the girlfriends and boyfriends out there are gonna piss at me, but yeah. So, dude, definitely place your orders. They're all packaged by yours truly. Always a good time.
Oh,
And
Diego ordered. He said he just got the magazine delivered. He can't wait to go home and open it.
Yes,
yeah,
Diego.
Send us a picture.
There's definitely a smiley face and a heart on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So lastly, don't forget to follow us on all your applicable social media. We're on all of them. Subscribe on YouTube so you can see when we go live here. You turn on your notifications and you will know exactly when this podcast goes live. We'll send Wage out for a tour. Don't forget to send in your submissions if you saw your theme is not yet full. I think we're also going to squeeze Rotary and Nissan in there. So just a shout out if you got those, get them on to us.
EVs, Rotaries, Nissans, trucks. Send them all
Drift
in.
cars. Good drift cars. Emphasis on
Good
style.
cars. And
What else?
Tuner Battlegrounds Season 12 playoffs.
Oh, snap.
Registration is open. The schedule will be dropped hopefully end of this week. You guys will know, but it's time to register.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in now while you can.
To anyone in the chat that's submitted their car already, send it in for TBG.
Yep.
Dude, getting in 2 PASMAG issues in 1 year.
Another wonderful thing to do. Just register.
Kind of crazy.
Input your information. Then you're going to be in the I know we have to wrap up, but you'll be in TBG, and then you'll start to.
Oh my God, you can make 3 issues. You could be in the TBG, you could be in the specific issue that you're in, and in our SEMA recap. Oh my God.
So yeah, if you're still watching and you're like, oh, I'll submit my car later in the year. No.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Team Emotion, then now's your chance.
Spots are going to fill up. If you want to compete with Team Emotion, better get out there.
Yep.
All right.
True.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.